So welcome. In this video we are solving question from GATE 2012 electronics branch, and this was an MCQ question. So we have to find the voltage gain of this circuit. So this is a DC source, 13.7 volt. This is a 12K resistor. This is a 100K resistor. This is coupling capacitor to couple the output to output mode. So this is 100 kilo ohm resistor. This is 10 kilo ohm resistor. This is again the coupling capacitor to couple the input AC signal to the transistor. And the beta of the circuit, that is the current gain of the circuit, is given as 100. So we have to find the value of voltage gain of this circuit. So means we have to find the value of V naught upon Vs. We have to find the value of V naught upon Vs, where Vs is your input AC signal. Vs is your input AC signal. Input AC signal. And 13.7 volt is your DCC bias. VCC bias means DC bias. So in this way we have to solve this question. So first we will have to do the DC analysis, because we have to we can solve this question by using the RPi model of the transistor. And for RPi model, if we draw the RPi model, then it is given like this. If we draw the RPi model, then it is given like this. So this is your base, GMVBE, and this is your collector, this is ammeter, this voltage is VBE. So this is the RPi model of the transistor. So for finding the voltage gain, we will have to do the AC analysis. And for AC analysis, we will use the RPi model. So for RPi model, we must know the value of GM and RPi. We must know the value of GM and RPi, because VBE is 0.7 volt. For a transistor amplifier, VBE is always 0.7 volt. So GM is given by IC upon VT. The value of GM is IC upon VT, where IC is your collector current and VT is the thermal voltage. And RPi is, beta is given as GM RPi. So beta value we already know. It is given in the question as 100. So we will have to find the value of the collector current IC. So for finding the value of the collector current, we have to do the DC analysis. So if we do the DC analysis, then for DC analysis the capacitors will be considered as open circuit, because the capacitive reactance is given as 1 upon 2 pi Fc. And for DC source and for DC voltage, the value of frequency is 0. So Xc is infinite. For DC, Xc is infinite. For DC signal. For DC signal, Xc is infinite. So capacitor is replaced by open circuit. So we will replace the capacitor with open circuit. So if we replace the capacitor with open circuit, then we are left only with this. If we replace the capacitor with open circuit, then we are left only with this figure. And this voltage is 0.7 volt. Okay, so this current is your IC plus IB. This current is IC plus IB. This current is IC and this current is IB. So to find the value of the collector current, we will have to apply the KVL. So applying the KVL in the base ammeter loop, we get 13.7 minus 12 IC plus IB minus 100 IB minus 0.7 equal to 0. So 13.7 minus 0.7 will be equal to 13, and IC is given as 100. IC is equal to beta IB, and beta is given as 100. So 101 IB minus 100 IB equal to 0. So if you find the value of IB, then IB will be equal to 13 upon 1312. 13 upon 1312K, because this is also 12K, this is also 100K. So this will approximately be equal to 10 microampere. So IB is, we have found the value of IB by applying the KVL in base emitter loop from this path to this path. So we have found the value of the base current. So the value of collector current, we have found value of base current is 10 microampere. So IC will be equal to 10 microampere into 100. So this will be equal to 1 milliampere. So we have found the value of IC as 1 milliampere. So GM will be equal to IC upon VT. GM will be equal to IC upon VT. So this will be equal to 1 milliampere, and thermal voltage is obviously it is 25 millivolt at room temperature. VT is the thermal voltage, it is 25 millivolt at room temperature. So GM will be equal to 40. So I am writing that GM will be equal to 40 milliampere per volt. GM will be equal to 40 milliampere per volt, and R pi will be equal to beta upon GM. So 100 upon 40 milliampere per volt. So this will be equal to 2.5 kilo ohm. So R pi is equal to 2.5 kilo ohm. So now we can draw the circuit. Now we can draw the circuit for the AC analysis. So if we draw the circuit for the AC analysis, then it will be like this. So also if we draw the circuit for AC analysis, then 100 kilo ohm, this 100 kilo ohm resistor is connected from base as well, and with collector as well. So the 100 kilo ohm resistor is connected between input and output nodes. The 100 kilo ohm resistor is connected between input and output nodes. So we will have to apply the Miller's theorem, because this is connected between input and output nodes, so it will cause difficulty in drawing the AC circuit, AC equivalent circuit. So according to the Miller's theorem, if we have a circuit with a voltage gain AV, this is VI, this is V0, where AV is V0 upon VI. If AV is the voltage gain and this resistor is connected between both input and output, let's name it as RM, Miller resistance. So this resistance is connected between both input and output nodes. So we can find its equivalent circuit like this. We can divide it into two resistors according to the Miller theorem. One resistor is connected between input and ground, and second resistor is connected between output and ground. So this value will be equal to Rm upon 1 minus AB, and this value will be equal to Rm upon 1 minus 1 upon AB. So we can divide this resistor Rm, which was between input and output node, into two resistors. Rm upon 1 minus AB, which is between input and ground, and Rm upon 1 minus 1 upon AB, which is between output and ground. Now this is a common emitter circuit, and this is also a collector feedback bias. If you want to know which biasing is this, then this is collector feedback bias. This is collector feedback biasing. So for this is a common emitter amplifier, see, because input is connected to base and output is taken from collector. So this is a common emitter amplifier. And for common emitter amplifier, normally the value of AV is very high. The common emitter amplifier AV is very high. So 1 upon AV will be almost equal to 0. So this we can replace it by 1. So Rm upon 1 is obviously 1. So this is Rm. So in this way we can draw this equivalent circuit, because AV for common emitter, AV is very high for common emitter. So AV will be 1 upon AV will be equal to 0. So we can write this is simply as Rm. Okay, so now we will do the DC analysis. Now we will perform the AC analysis. So for AC analysis, we will have to draw the AC equivalent circuit. So when we draw the AC equivalent circuit, then we will ground the DC sources. For AC equivalent circuit, we will ground the DC sources. So this 13.7 volt will be grounded, and so we can draw the circuit like this. We can draw the circuit like this. See, if 13.7 volt is grounded, so between base and ground there will be Miller resistance Rm. Between base and ground there will be Miller resistance Rm upon 1 minus AV. Then also from base there is this 10k resistor. So we can draw this 10k resistor. And for AC analysis, we will short the capacitor, because Xc is equal to 1 upon 2 pi Fc, as we discussed earlier. So for AC analysis, frequency F is very high, so Xc will be equal to 0. Xc is equal to 0 or very negligible. So we replace capacitor with short circuit in AC analysis. For AC analysis, capacitors are replaced by short circuit. Short circuited for AC analysis. Okay. So this capacitor and this capacitor, both capacitor will be short circuited for AC analysis. So we have this 10k resistor, then we have this voltage source Vs. Okay, and then we will have, so let me draw this a little bigger. Okay, so now this 100k is between collector and ground as per Miller theorem. So we will connect this 100k between collector and ground, and this obviously is your ground. And then this 12k is also between collector and ground. This 12k is also between collector and ground. And finally, this is our output voltage V0. So we solve this 100k by Miller theorem. So it appears as Rm upon 1 minus AV, and this is your 10k. and this is 100k between collector and ground, and this is your emitter terminal, this is the collector terminal, and this 12k is also between collector and ground, and this 100k is also between collector and ground when solved by Miller theorem. So this 100k is divided into two parts, this 100k and this Rm upon 1 minus AV. Okay, so Rm is obviously 100k upon 1 minus AV. So this is the circuit for this is the equivalent circuit when we replace the DC source with ground. So 100k and 12k are in parallel. 100k and 12k are in parallel. So we can replace it with a single resistor. We can replace it with a single resistor. So this is a single resistor of 100 in parallel with 12. So this resistor is a single resistor of 100k in parallel with 12k. Okay, so now to this transistor we will apply the R pi model. We will apply the small signal model or the R pi model. So if we apply the R pi model, then we can draw the equivalent circuit like this. So 100k upon 1 minus AV, this is 10k, this is R pi, and across it voltage is VBE, this is the ammeter. So this is the input loop, and this is your GMVBE, GMVBE, and this is 100k parallel with 12k, and this is V naught. So this is V naught. So V naught will be equal to, and this is your Vs. So we can now rub this. So this current will flow like this. So positive, negative. So V naught will be equal to minus GMVBE, because this is a current source and 100 parallel with 12. 100k in parallel with 12k. So V naught upon VBE. Let's say this is a let's name it as A. This is also a voltage gain, V naught upon VBE. So V naught upon VBE will be equal to minus GM, and 100k in parallel with 12k is 10.71k. So into 10.71k. And GM we know it as 40 milliampere per volt. GM we have already calculated as 40 milliampere per volt. So this will be equal to minus 428.57. So we can write it also that V naught upon VBE is equal to minus 428.57. So now we have to find AVS. Now we have to find voltage gain AV. This is given as V naught upon Vs. V naught upon Vs. So this will be equal to, we can write it as V naught upon VBE into VBE upon Vs. So V naught upon VBE we have already calculated as minus 428.57, and we just have to calculate now VBE upon Vs. We have to calculate VBE upon Vs. So VBE upon Vs we have to calculate. So by voltage divider rule, V naught VBE upon Vs, This Vs is getting divided into two voltages. So VBE upon Vs will be equal to Rm in parallel with R pi upon Rm in parallel with R pi plus 10k. This will be equal to VBE upon Vs. VBE upon Vs will be equal to Rm parallel with R pi upon Rm parallel with R pi plus 10k, because this Vs is getting divided across this 10k and this parallel combination. See, this is a parallel combination equivalent circuit. So Rm1, now we have to calculate the value of Rm. So value of Rm will be equal to 100k upon 1 minus AV, and AV is minus 428.57. So Rm will be equal to 100k upon minus 429.57. So this Rm will be equal to 233 approximately. So Rm will be equal to 233. So I am writing here Rm is equal to 233 approximately. 233. Now this Rm is in parallel with R pi. So again we can calculate Rm parallel with R pi. Rm parallel with R pi is 233 in parallel with 2.5k. 233 in parallel with 2.5k. So if you calculate it, this will be equal to 213. This will be equal to 213 approximately. So Rm in parallel with R pi is 213. So we can write it here. 213 or 0.213k. So 0.213k upon 0.213k plus 10k. 0.213k plus 10k. So this will be approximately be equal to 0.0208. 0.0208. This is the value of VBE upon Vs. So we can substitute this here. VBE upon Vs equal to 0.0208 and V naught upon VBE is minus 428.57. So finally, if we multiply these two values, then we get AV is approximately equal to minus 9, or mod of AV is equal to 9. Mod of AV is equal to 9 or approximately 10. So 10 is the correct option for this. So the 10 was given as option in the paper. So the correct option is 10, and the value of approximate value of AV is 9, or we can approximately take it as 10. So this is how we can calculate the voltage gain of this circuit. So this was a very good question. In this many concepts were involved. First we had to do DC analysis, then we had to also do AC analysis, and AC analysis was also complicated by this resistor. So we had to simplify this by the help of Miller's theorem, and also we had to simplify this circuit. So this was a very good question, and this covers a lot of concepts of a transistor amplifier. So if you have any doubt, you can comment in the comment box. This question is very good for practice, so you must practice it, and if you have any doubt or any comments, you can post your comment in the comment box. So thank you, and please like and share the video and subscribe the channel, and best of luck.